Yesterday, I was 292.3. I was a couple hundred under my calories last night. Let's see. 291. We're getting there. Post-workout. 4 miles. 20 minutes, 57 seconds. I am done with my workout for now. This shirt was not breathable. Not breathable. So I am going to change shirts before I come back, and I'm going to eat. So I'm taking a little break, and then I'm going to do more stuff at the gym. But anyway, so I had the 2-mile, 10-minute warm-up, and then we did some weightlifting. We only did one set of each exercise, so we didn't repeat it. He said on Friday, I guess, we're going to do 2 sets of what I'm about to tell you. And then I finished off with 4 miles on the bike, which got me 6 miles total, 30 minutes on the bike total. So I will come back at some point today and do another 30 minutes on the bike. There is also a nutrition class that's happening tonight, and I'll be able to get 5 points for that. Oh, you can only get, oh, well, that sucks. That sucks. You can only get 7 points a day. So if I finish the challenge today and I go to that class, then I only get 7 points instead of 10. I would get 10. So maybe I don't come back today and finish the challenge, and instead I finish the challenge on Friday so that I get all the points. That might work. That might work. But anyway, so yeah, so what was the actual weightlifting portion of it? So I had the pink kettlebells, and I had to hold them like this where they're resting on the outsides of my forearms, and then I did 25 squats. Everything was 25. All right, so I'm just going to tell you what they were. So I did the squats, and then I had to do over the head, and then curls. And y'all, I was dying. Because I think the pink ones was only for the squats, and then I think he switched me to the blue ones, which I think are like 24 pounds each. 24 or 28, I'm not sure. They're heavy, okay? They're heavy. And I had 2 of them, so I was doing those. And then, man, I'm forgetting what all I had to do. That was only 3 sets. And then I know I did the, where you lean over, so like make yourself into a table, and then you bring them up to your chest and then hit the floor, up to your chest, hit the floor. I did those with 70 pounds total. So yeah, 25 of those. That's only 4 exercises. I know I did more than that because I was dying. What else did I do? Was that really it? Why was it so hard? I guess because there was no break in between. I feel like there was more. Oh, I had to do 25 push-ups on the ground. I hate push-ups. I do it with my knees on the floor, and then I cross my ankles. He won't let me do wall ones anymore. He's like, you progressed from that. So I have to do the ones on the floor. Oh, and yeah, was that really it? It was a short workout. It was like 20 minutes, and then he had me do 4 miles on the bike. So it was a shorter workout. But was that really it? I must be missing something, because it's never that few. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I was dying because it was a lot of weight, and in quick succession. Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing, or if I'm missing something or not. But anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna do 2 of those next time. All right, I'm on my way home to eat and sink bath, change shirts, and then come back here at some point to do, I don't know, I might just take a regular shower if I'm not going to finish that challenge today. But then I only get 5 points. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, you will find out when I know. Guess who's already wagging their tail? Came up to my car just as I pulled in. I'm going to surprise them, okay? Because I am taking responsibility for my baby, and I am committed to helping him with his arthritis that he is getting in his leg. And the doctor did say some like short walks throughout the day, even though he does have free reign and can do all the exercise he wants already. He needs some structured walks. I think that will really help him with his joint health. So I'm gonna ask him if he wants to go on one, and I'm gonna let y'all see his reaction, okay? Because he gets really excited, even when he's limpy. All right. Hello, buddy. Hey, Bear. Bear, you want to go on a walk? You want to go on a walk? Yeah? You want to go on a walk? A walk? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's go get your stuff on. We'll go on a walk, okay? We'll go on a walk. Yeah. I'm gonna take you on a walk. I'm gonna take you on a walk. Yes. He's like, let's go get my vest on. Let's go. You're so cute. He's like licking my arm. Yes, I'm gonna take you on a walk right now before I eat breakfast, okay? All right. I'm just gonna try to take you on walks every time before I eat. Then you have multiple walks. They'll just be short ones because I don't want to overdo it with your body. But we'll do multiple, okay? My sweet baby boy. Yes. All right. Let's go get on your vest so we can go on a walk. We're gonna go on a walk. All right. Let's go. Inside. It is 10 a.m. I'm back from my workout and walking bear. So it's time to have my poop scoop, which I found is pretty easy to do in coffee. So this is my 40-calorie coffee. I got accidentally put twice as much whipped cream in here as I normally do. And then the coffee itself, it logs as 9 calories, but I think it's actually 0 calorie. So it might be less than 40 calories. But anyway, it's just 8-ounce coffee with the Mateos. For the flavoring, I do salted caramel. The Mateos, 0 sugar, 0 calorie. And then I have some whipped cream, the pumpkin spice. So that is what I'm going to have. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to cook for late breakfast / maybe lunch. I might do some pancakes and bacon or something. We'll see. I need to use up my bacon because it's been open for a while. So, but yeah. I did the dishes, cleaned my kitchen up, all the counters. I've got some meat thawing. This is the quick thaw method. You just do hot water and then have it in the sink. It takes 30 minutes. Then I fried up the rest of my bacon. I did 2 sausages. I warmed them up for 30 seconds first because they were the pre-cooked ones, and because they were frozen. I had them in the freezer. So 30 seconds, and then I dropped them in the pan with the bacon grease. And now I thought it would be a really good time to try to do some pan-seared asparagus because I had all that lovely bacon grease and the sausage grease. So this should be really, really flavorful. I didn't have to add any oils because it came from the meat. So what I've got going on here, all I did was I took 1 whole lemon, I sliced it in half, and then I just hand squeezed it over because my lemon squeezer is in the dishwasher right now. And then I took the rest of the little cloves of garlic. It was 2.5 little cloves, chopped them up, and then I used my salt and pepper shakers to put some salt and pepper on there. So that's all that's on it. I've just had it sitting on one side, and it's been a few minutes, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start stirring it around, flipping it. But yeah, it looks really good. So I'm excited. Yeah, so I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do for my first meal of the day, but it's going to include some asparagus and probably some bacon and sausage as well. So we'll see. Here is what I am eating for my breakfast / lunch. I have 10.6 ounces of Sunny D orange juice. So that's 100 calories. I wanted it. I wanted it. Anyway, and then I've got 92 grams of pan-seared asparagus, and I just used the sausage and bacon grease to cook it in. 1 fresh squeezed lemon, some salt and pepper, and 3 garlic cloves that I hand cut up. So everything is fresh. But anyway, and then I got 5 pieces of bacon and 2 pieces of sausage. So yeah, 400 calories for all of this, including the drink, and 19 grams of protein. So this is how I'm starting my day. I've made this. This is the first day I'm eating it. But it's Ghirardelli chocolate with pretzels. So I just weighed the whole thing and then logged it as just the chocolate. Because the pretzels, I don't know. But it's very good. I've just had a bite. But yeah. Yum yum. I had the wrong shoes on because I wasn't planning on doing this. Beat my record by a quarter mile. 2.75 left. And done. I think it took me 58 minutes to do 12 miles. 3 separate times though in the same day. I am done with the gym. It is dark outside, as you can see. I went to the nutrition class, and I also talked to the people at the front desk, and they said that the seven point limit that you get per day only refers to the actual like exercise type classes, because they don't want you to overwork yourself. But the like health booths and the nutrition classes do not count into that maximum. So I was able to get the full 10 points today. If I did the nutrition class, that was 5 points. And then the 5 points for the weekly challenge, which this week's challenge was to do 12 miles on the bike. Any time limit was fine. So I was like, well, if that's the case, I have 15 minutes before the nutrition class. Yeah, I didn't bring the headphones, so I don't have anything to like listen to entertain me. And yeah, I'm wearing the wrong shoes. I had my Crocs on, and they're like a looser fit Croc too, so they're a little big on my feet. And but I was like, you know what, I can just read on my phone. So I read on my phone, and there was times when I was going like 13.4 miles an hour on the bike or more. At one point I was just seeing how fast I could literally go, and it was like 14.3 or something crazy, or 14.3 to 14.7 was the most. And I was like, it's not really making up for a lot of time going that fast. So I did wind up slowing it down on the latter half, because I was like, I just don't feel like it. But that first 15 minutes, I was killing it before the nutrition class. But anyway, I had my husband pick and wash off some grapes for me before I left, because I hadn't had dinner or anything, and it's right now it's 8 o'clock. It's 5 minutes till 8. So with these logs, and I've only had like 3 or 4 of them, with these logged, I think I'm at like 800 calories for the day. So I still have 1,200 calories left for dinner, and it's not going to be high calorie, because I plan on just making taco meat and then having some tacos. So yeah, and I didn't eat them during the class, which was the plan, because I was talking too much. So anyway, so I am going to be on my way home, but I got all 10 points for today, which puts me at 32 points for boot camp. Boot camp started last Monday, so I'm doing pretty well. I need to have, I think I counted it, and it's like I need to have 17 points a week in order to win and get the t-shirt at the end of the 6 weeks. So I already have basically the amount of points that I need for this week already, and it's just Monday. So tomorrow I plan on doing a swim class. I might do 2 swim classes if they're relatively like around the same time. But we'll find out. Well, no, I can't do that. So I can do a swim class, and then I have to go home because I have my nutritionist appointment at 10 o'clock. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So I'll probably just get 1 point for tomorrow, and that's fine. And then, yeah. And then Wednesday I'll do my session, and then I'll need to get another point at some point this week. So I'll either do a swim class on Thursday to get it, but I would rather be ahead than behind. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm going home now. I'm going home. I'm going to cook. I told my husband what I wanted, that I wanted the taco meat, and I'd already thawed the meat, and I was like, if you want to be really nice, you can cook it for me. And he's like, no, I'm making myself pasta. And I'm like, I don't want to cook anything. And I have the calories for pasta, y'all. I have 1,200 calories. But it has eggs in the fettuccine or Alfredo sauce or whatever, so it's not good for me. And it's harder for my body to process pasta. And I know, because when I get on the scale next morning, it's like I shoot up 3 pounds, and it's like, it's just the pasta. So literally the pasta. Anyway, alright, I'm going home. 600 calories, 46 grams of protein, and I'm still going to be like 400 under the 2,000. So I've still got quite a few calories left that I can eat for the day, but this is probably going to be it. I've got my little body armor that's 20 calories, and then I made myself 2 hefty little meat and cheese only tacos. I did cut into one so you could see. I got a lot of meat and like 1 serving of cheese, so it's mostly just protein. But anyway, and then the whole wheat 60 calorie for that. So yeah, that is going to be my dinner. It is already, if that clock is correct, 8:42. that clock is correct. So, yeah, this is probably going to be it. Yesterday I was 291. I would love to be 290 today. I want it to finally happen. Nope, not yet. 290.9. So I just got done with my nutritionist appointment. She says my meals are looking good because I told her like the options that I came up with, and the protein thing makes a lot of sense. I also got some more information from her, um, because there are days where I'm like, hey, I could just, I feel like I could have less calories, um, because I have been eating like chocolate or coffee or junk food because I know that I have like that extra 500 calories in there that I'm not going to need for nutrition to make me feel full. Um, and then there are days where it's like a heavy workout day and I'm like ravenous and I'm like, I need food, but it's 2,500 calories. Like, is that too much? Is that undoing my goals? And so I think by trying to have the 2,000 calories every day, um, it does kind of average out, but it doesn't really meet the needs based off of the current activity level. So we came up with, something for that. So the 2,000 and 2,200 is like for my regular activity level with like the 3 times a week at the gym. I would lose around 2 pounds a week. Um, it's been closer to me losing like a pound a week recently because the weight's just, it's different every day. Like it's up down up down up. Like I can show you. Okay. There seems to be no rhyme or reason with some of this stuff, but anyway, so I had, she used her like calculator. She has like a special calculator. So we came up with my minimum calories for like a sedentary day, like where I'm not doing anything. Maybe I give like Bear a short walk and that's it. 1,500 calories, which seems about right. Like yesterday, I was extremely active and I had 1,500 calories. Um, that wasn't really necessarily intentional. I was just at the gym for so long. And well, no, I don't think yesterday was the day I was at the gym for so long. I think maybe I slept. I don't know what I did yesterday. I don't know what I did, but anyway, I was fine with the 1,500. Um, and then the maximum, because I am doing the boot camp, so I told her, I was like, I would like to know what it says for like very active, because the next 6 weeks I probably will be getting like a 60-minute workout in every day, if not like 120 minutes. Um, and so for that, it is 2,250 calories. So basically 250 calories more, so like a snack more, which makes a lot of sense to me. So I'm going to be operating with the range. And then for the moderate active, like the current normal level when it's not boot camp, like if I just focus on getting like my steps in, like regular movement, and then doing like the regular recommendation for activity level, um, then at my goal weight, which I've placed at 165, it can go up to 179, and still be in the BMI range, and it can go as low as 125 and be in the BMI range. But I am not a small framed lady, and I already have 155 pounds of lean mass. So the number might need to go up. So this is kind of like my bottom number, like my worst case scenario, because I do not plan on being less than 165. I think she put out one number was like 173 or something. I don't know what that was about, but I think that's what I weighed during high school. Um, but anyway, 173 was a 24% body fat, because that's what I told her my goal was not really the weight, it was the body fat ratio. And so for a woman, 24% is healthy. So I do not want to be a bony lady. I want to be muscular and fit. So yeah, 24% body fat is what the actual goal is, and that's not attached to a number. So if that's 200 pounds and I'm 24% because I've got a bunch of muscle, I am fine with that. I just want to be healthy in a healthy BMI range. So anyway, she went ahead and did the 165 because I asked her, since that was like, the minimum or whatever that I wanted to do. And it was like 23.7% body fat, so it's really close to the 24% body fat. So at 165, which is where I think I looked my best. I didn't look like Ariana Grande frail. Like I had like muscle, and I was like I looked really good. Like I looked great at 165. So I'd love to go back to that. That is 1985 calories a day. So basically what my normal calories are right now, for 2 pounds of weight loss a week. So we're going to try this flexible schedule of eating less on sedentary days and having a little bit more on the active days. We're going to try that. We're going to do a little experiment and see how that goes. But yeah, the main thing is just still getting in the protein, and then also the fiber I need to pay some attention to. But she did say, based off of the meals that I came up with, it seems like I've definitely increased the fiber and the fruits and vegetables, even if they're not, perfectly on the number just yet. So she was really happy with the progress. And apparently I lost like 5 pounds since I talked to her the last time, because she had me down as 295. So yeah, I think this will be really good. I do plan on going to a boot camp class later this afternoon. I was going to go to a swim class this morning, but it just did not happen. I was tired, and so I let myself rest. But the boot camp class, I have to look at the schedule, but I think it's at like 4:30 or 5. And I think it might be, it's the same lady that does the stretch class. I don't know if it's the same class, though. I don't know if it's the same class. I think it might be the same class, which if it is, that's great, because it is a challenging class. It's a challenging class, but it's not a asthma attack class, if that makes sense. So, like, my breathing is not challenged during that class, but my body is challenged during that class, which is how I prefer it. I do not want to do a running class on like the track and stuff. That's too much for me. Anyway, so that is my plan for today, and just spend time with Hubs and edit some more videos, because I'm still in last year. I think I have like one more day to edit, and then I'll be done with the 2025's videos, and I can catch all up. Hopefully before the end of the month, I'll actually be up to date, and I'll have all the vlogs. Yeah, so I need to figure out some food, because I have not eaten yet. And I haven't done pancakes in a while, so I might do me some pancakes, especially because it's already like lunchtime. So I might have pancakes. We'll see. It's my 70-calorie coffee. I've got some pumpkin spice whipped cream on the top, and then it's just a hazelnut light roast blend coffee with a little bit of the Mateo's caramel salt and flavor, or salted caramel, whatever. And then I also put in a little bit of chocolate almond milk to see how it goes, because sometimes I don't like that artificial flavor towards the end of the drink. So I'm hoping that this will work. This is in a much bigger glass. It's still just the 8 ounces, but because I put the almond milk in there, it's a little bit more. And then I also put my poop scoop in here. So I'm going to drink this while I am making my breakfast. So I'm going to make some pancakes over here. It's a little microwave top, so the microwave does not get dirty, because we were really bad about it getting dirty, but right now it's fresh and clean, so we want to keep it that way. Anyway, alright, time for me to make some pancakes. Show you how I make my pancakes. Alright, first I start with the yogurt. I did strawberry last couple times I did it, but now I have the 0 sugar, so it's only 70 calories, and you get 13 grams of protein. I just look at the serving sizes on the back. So 3/4 a cup is a serving, or 170 grams. Got my little scale over here, so we're going to put 170 grams of the yogurt in there. You kind of want to stir the top first. I don't know if you'll be, yeah, there you go, you can see. Alright, so I've got it on my little scale. I washed my spoon. The bear's playing. Bear. Oh, actually I should have. It's the same size spoon. Okay, I should have put the spoon in there first because it's going to have yogurt on it. But anyway, and then I tear it out. Alright, spoon back. Boop. Get in there. Alright. So we are going for 170. Pop it in there. And I always start with the yogurt, and you'll see why. That looks about it. That's 150. Okay. And one little spoon. 169. Okay, this is pretty close. Teensy bit more. 171. We'll go with it. Alright. And put back on. And I'll scan it after. Alright. And then tear it out again. And then I just do as much as is needed of this pearl milling pancake mix. I usually just do the 1/3 cup because that's a serving, and that makes plenty of pancakes with all of the yogurt. But this does look like more yogurt than I normally use. I normally don't use a whole serving, I don't think. But anyway, so we are going for a 1/3 cup is 45 grams. So we're doing at least 45 grams. Already zeroed out my scale. Woo! Okay, we got 51 grams because I overspilled. Alright, now I just mix it up. Let's see. But it's very, you want to like really mix the yogurt in there. And it is already 11:30, so it is okay that the portion is going to be a little bit more than normal. Alright, we're almost there. You want it to look like actual pancakes batter. You can throw other stuff in here if you want. If you want to get more protein, put a little bit of the like PB2 peanut butter powder. I don't normally do that. Alright. I might though, because this is functioning as like 2 meals. Could also put a little vanilla in there if you wanted. But yeah. Alright, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. It looks like dough. So it's a little doughy looking, which is perfect. So the little PB2 is just like peanut butter powder. And this is going to be for 16 grams. It'll be 60 calories. So I'm going to turn on my scale again. It's on the grams, and it's going to give me 8 more grams of protein. Alright, and I'll just kind of shake it until I get 16 grams. But that might be too much. I haven't used it before. See, I haven't even poured in a gram yet, so we're definitely not doing 16 grams. Alright, we got 3 grams. I'm just going to kind of go over the top. Get it. Just a little layer, however much you want, however peanut butter you want. Alright, that's plenty. So I did 12 grams, which looks like this. Alright, gotta stir it in there. Oh yeah, nice and thick. You see, I haven't even used water because I just used the yogurt instead of the water. But if it looks too thick, I can just add a little water. Alright. Yeah, this has got the consistency I want. Still got some peanut butter chunk on the spoon though. I should stir all that in. Alright. It's like a boozer. I'm giving a wiggle show. Alright, that's all stirred. That looks good. Okay. Created a little mess over here with the powder, but we've got our pancake mix all done. Now I'm going to get out the butter. There's very little left, but I do measure it, so I will just turn it on again. Alright, 0 grams. Oh wait, I did not need to put it on yet. Okay, so it says -6, but let me just start over. Alright, so 6 grams, and then I'm going to go ahead and grease my pan. And usually greasing my pan only takes about 2 grams. I get all up in there. So you do not need to plop big spoons of butter in your pan. 5 grams, so we only use 1 gram of butter. Alright. Put that back. 1 gram of butter. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn on my oven. I'm just going to put it on a little between medium and the number 6. And then I can usually spoon about 3 pancakes worth on here, so just like a heaping spoon. They are going to be a little more gooey than dry because there's no water in here. It's just the yogurt. And I do like the flavored yogurt. Just 1 pancake. So spread it out. Y'all let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me actually doing the cooking. Because I might do that like 1 time per different meal. You don't need to see multiple videos of the same meal being done, but that's just going to be a small pancake. Still got some batter left. So what I'm going to do while that is cooking is I'm going to go ahead and get out a bowl. Polish your pan right now if needed. Get out a bowl for over here. I don't know if you can see me, but get out mixed berries. And we're going to do 140-ish grams because that's a serving size. Why did I mess up the sealable part? Maybe. Yeah, I think I messed it up. Whatever. Okay, on. Right, yeah, 140. Hold on. That's a lot of berries. Well, we're almost there. 143. 141. 140. There we go. Alright. Big old bowl. Frozen berries. I'm going to nuke them in the microwave for 2 minutes. Did I put the finger in it? Yes, okay. I'm going to wash a pan for hubs real quick. Okay, so the pancakes don't quite bubble and rise like a pancake without yogurt in it, so you're just kind of looking for the little dots that pop up, the little air bubbles, and then you can test and flip. That is 2 minutes, so that is my fruit. And then I smush it a little bit so that all of it gets done. Ooh, come on. Alright. Let it go. Get out my berries. Yeah, so they're nice and hot. So now I'm just going to mush and smush with a fork. To make a thing to pour over all the pancakes. I'm also going to be cooking 2 of these little sausages. I froze them because the date was almost gone. So I'm just going to cut it open, and then I'm going to microwave it for 30 seconds so that it'll thaw. And then when we're done with all the pancakes, I'm going to put it in the pan. Or actually, I might do it in between the pancakes so that we don't have to do butter again. So always use your meat grease if you can. That's going to lower your calories. Okay, these pancakes are done. I just left them to see. They're looking good, so we're going to plop them on there. And then we're going to cook these sausages. And I ate all my bacon yesterday, but if I had bacon, I would do like 2 slices of bacon. But I don't have that, so we're just going to do the sausages right now. And I've already mixed up all of my berries. So you can see, like a soupy hot little puree going on. Alright, and then I do like to cut up my pancakes, and I usually just use my hands. But they are still a little hot. So they will be, like I said, a little bit of a gooier texture. and they are going to be hotter because of the yogurt. So you want to be a little careful with pinching them up so you don't burn yourself. All right, so these are cooked, but that did not really produce any grease. There's like no grease in the pan, so I guess my grease is not really coming from the sausage, it's coming from the bacon. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and flip that over here. And then we got some more pancakes. I did lower the temperature on the stove to like 4.5, just because the second round, the pan's already hot, so it burns quite a bit quicker. So I'm going to grease it again with butter. And because it is more melty, it's probably going to use more than a gram. So I'm going to measure it again over here. All right, starting off with 6 grams somehow, even though it was 5 earlier. That's so weird. Okay, and then might not be able to do it because it's so small. We can try. Oh yeah, it's just melting on there. All right, there we go. Woo, that'll burn me. Okay, now it's 4 grams, so that means it's 2 grams. But earlier it was 5 when I took it off the scale, so we're just going to say 2 grams for the breakfast. All right, so we got it oiled down. We got enough for like maybe 2 or 3 pancakes, depending on the size. Oh yeah, I think it's just going to be 2 pancakes. And one of the things too is that with this, your calories that you're going to log is going to be a little bit higher than what you're actually going to be eating anyway, because there's going to be batter left on your bowl. You're just not going to be able to get out every little morsel. But that is okay. Okay, maybe it was just 1 big pancake. Oops. All right, just a touch. There you go. There's your 1 pancake. All right. Okay, that is as good as it's going to get. And I'm just going to thumb the top part of the spoon on here, and then combine it. Just to get the butter rolling to where I need it. Alright, just a little bit on this spoon. Go ahead. Fill that up so it'll be easy to clean out. Hand up a little bit and put my butter away. Alright, now if I was not filming this, these in between times I would be using to calculate how much everything was. But I will do that for y'all in just a minute and tell you. I gotta rewatch the video though to see how many grams everything was. Alright. Everything has cooked, and I did warm up my berries for another 30 seconds just to get them hot again, and I'm going to pour it on here. So we don't need any syrup because this is natural sugar, not added sugar, which is good. Natural sugar is good. Your brain needs it to function. Sugar is not a bad thing. Added sugar is not great. Alright, so here is breakfast. My 2 little pieces of sausage and 4 pancakes with like a cup of berries, and this does include my coffee, and we are at like 26 grams of protein, and it was 436 calories. 436 calories. Most people probably use 436 calories to grease their pan, okay? Because I'm not kidding, because butter, I used 2 grams, okay? 2 grams is what I used for all of it. It was like 14 calories, okay? 1 tablespoon, which I would say is what most people do, is like a heaping tablespoon. So they're probably using like 2 tablespoons to grease the pan. Would have been 200 calories. So, yeah, 14 calories. If I'd used the serving size of a tablespoon, it would have been 100 calories. My sausages is 2 of them equals 100 calories. And then the yogurt was like 60 calories, so that was like almost a cup of food for 60 calories. And then the actual pancake mix was like under 200, I think, something like that. And then my coffee, if you ditch the coffee, that would get rid of another like 50 calories, because I put whipped cream in there. Whipped cream and I put some almond milk. And it does taste better, so much better. I am going to microwave it a little bit longer, because I think it'll get cold on me while I'm eating. Boobies in the way. Also, like if I went to the coffee place, like for a small coffee, I think I've looked at like the Starbucks calories. It's like 300 something calories for a small coffee. So I'm basically having that with coffee and a big breakfast. Whole Foods is the way to go. 348 calories, 25 grams of protein. I have 1 meat and cheese only taco on like a wheat tortilla shell, and then I have 1 sliced apple. It's not that crisp because I've had them for a while, so it might be a little grainy tasting, but we're going to go for it anyway. And then for the drink, I'm just having water. I gave you a bunch of updates. I don't really know what all I updated you on. We did go to the grocery store. I think I did that. I don't know if it was after lunch or after breakfast, but one of the two. Went to the grocery store, got some stuff because there is supposed to be a winter storm, and we can get like 9 to 12 inches or something over the next week. So, yeah. Hopefully we don't lose power. We have in the past, and we've had days where it was like 3 days without power, and it is too cold to be up here without power. So at least we've got two places we can go. Either of our parents have a room if we need to. And yeah, but anyway, so I have a CPAP, so I have to have electricity, or we have to go somewhere else because, like, my sleep apnea is bad. 112 events per hour, so that's like 2 times per minute that like I stop breathing. Anyway, and then my oxygen had a low period of like 7 minutes where I was like, my oxygen level was so low. They were like, if you didn't qualify for sleep apnea, you would have qualified for oxygen tank for at night. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so we did that, and then I watched some TV, and ate, and I don't know if I edited a video today. I don't think I edited any videos today, but I did go to the gym. So I just got back from the gym. I was there for 2 hours. So they had one of the little health tables that was there. So I got 2 apples for free and then some like green juice in a little bottle. I did taste the green juice, but the apple tasted good and the other stuff blended really well, even though I don't eat a lot of the other items that were in this green juice. But I could pick out the celery. Now my husband's like, celery doesn't have a taste. Celery doesn't have a taste. If you are a super taster like me, you know that celery has a taste. I do not like the taste of celery. So I was like, I cannot have this. I cannot have this. So I threw it away. It also had a warning on there that said like, it had said that it hadn't been pasteurized and like it could be bad for like pregnant women or something if there's the bad bacteria in it or autoimmune stuff. And I'm like, I have autoimmune. It was a tiny bottle. I don't think it would have done anything, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm back. I did what I did at the gym. So I got the free stuff, obviously, the little apples and the green juice that I tried. And then I did the sweat and stretch class. So we used resistance bands and dumbbell weights, and did a lot of like movement and different stretches and all that kind of stuff. And then I did the next class. So 2 hours back to back with some like cardio in there. The second class was kind of like if Zumba was mixed with some weightlifting. So there was a step thing that we would step on. And then we had the dumbbells and we had barbells. So like the thing that's on the stick, and I just put 2.5 pounds on each side because it's like a cardio workout. So you're not trying to like get a weightlifting workout in. Plus, I wanted to be smart so that I would not be super sore tomorrow because I will be back in the gym like 12 hours from now. So yeah, because I think it's like 8. It's either 7 or 8. I don't know what time it is. It is now, okay, it is 4 minutes from being 7 o'clock. So yeah, I'm going to be back in the gym in 13 hours. So I did not want to be doing like the 10 or 15 pound dumbbells with all those exercises. It did get my heart rate up quite a bit, especially in the second class. It was similar to, during parts of both of them, it was similar to like when I'm weightlifting. And I had it up in like the 150 range or like the upper 40s. Right now it's calming down a bit after exercise, so it's at 87. My resting heart rate's around like 70, and sometimes it gets down to like 60, which is good. It just means that I'm becoming more athletic. Even my trainer told me the other day, he was like, my phone ran out of storage in the middle of me talking. But anyway, so I have showered since the last clip. But anyway, yeah, even my trainer had said, like, I probably don't realize how fit I've become. Um, because, and I told him, I said, you're right, because I don't really have anyone to compare it to. So, like, when he says you're doing great, or like, really good job, or like, I'm impressed, or whatever, it's because he actually knows the comparison. Like, he sees other people in the gym. He trains different people. I don't know, like, about his other clients. I know he was training when a teenager, maybe with, like, football team or something like that. Um, yeah, so, like, I don't know that he has any plus size clients other than me. But yeah, I believe him, especially after I worked out with somebody else that hadn't been doing the same training. Then you see how difficult it actually is. Um, because I'm just like, I just power through. Like, I feel like I'm dying through most of the workout, and he'll just keep pushing, and I am disciplined, so I will do it. Like, I will do whatever he tells me to do, even if I think I can't do it. I will try. Um, and the last one, I was like he had commented the thing with the fit thing, because I was like, every set was basically to point of failure. Like, within 1 to 2 reps, it would be like, I am not able to do another one. Like, I was having trouble with the last couple ones, which is good. Like, that's the place that you want to get at. And we were getting there. And he was like, on Friday, we're going to do this twice. So I'm like, oh, that's going to be hard. He says, but there will be a little break in between. So that's good, because when we were doing all the exercises, there was no break in between any of them. It was go, 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 go. But yeah, I can tell I've gotten a lot fitter. The Zumba class and everything and stuff that we did today, I pretty much kept up with all of it. At some points, I was faster than everyone else was going, and then at other places, it was more of a struggle, because I was like going with the music. Um, so yeah, it was like back and forth, and then my flexibility, y'all. Y'all seen in that one video where I was like, 1 hour workout with the fat girl, basically, or 300-pound fat. Like, I can be pretty flexible. But that's not every day. So that's the thing that sucks too, is because you'll see me in a video and you'll be like, dang, she can touch the heels of her feet when she's sitting down. And then the next day it'll be like, I can barely move. like to sit down, I'll be like, I have to plop today. Like, that's the thing. Exercise and stuff like that really helps with disabilities, because otherwise I feel like I would just always be completely locked up. But yeah, so some days I'm able to achieve a lot more than other days. So keep that in mind if you're going through this too and you're disabled, like physically disabled in ways. There will be days that you're going to be able to impress yourself and be like, wow, like, I didn't think I could do that. That's awesome. And then there's going to be other days where you're probably going to be like, this should be super easy and I just cannot do it. Having this accountability on here has really helped, because there have been days where I've gotten up, and sometimes I probably commented on it in the videos and other ones I didn't, where I was like, I don't think I can do anything. And then because I'm like, I already made this commitment, I paid for the session, and I knew y'all would be on here and know when I skipped the gym, I just would go. And sometimes I would surprise myself and I could actually, like, really get at it. But anyway, yeah, this next 6 weeks is going to be something else, because it's boot camp. We're really going to see how fit I'm getting. The 2 classes that I had today were in the room that has mirrors, and I was in the back. But I was like, dang, girl, your legs are looking good. Like, I look small. I'm really happy with the lower half of my body. Like, even if it didn't change, I think that would be okay. I got a little fat left on my thighs, and a little bit on the where I wear my pants, which isn't, like, it's in the middle of my hips. But yeah, I think I'm starting to my shape is turning from a blob to a rectangle, if that makes any sense. Like, I have no like a illusion or whatever, or I'm not disillusioned thinking that I'm skinny all of a sudden. I don't know. But I am starting to be like a triangle. Like, I feel like my hips and shoulders are about the same. Like, I'm not just bulging out at the side where, like, my arms are way out here because I've got fat everywhere. Like, I don't know. I'm starting to look a lot better, and I'm feeling better. So it's like, even though I can't actually tell where the differences are, like, I can't see it. Like, I have photos where I'm in a bra and underwear, and I've compared them and even, like, blown them up so they look like the same size, and I'm like, I don't see any change. But I know there's change, because, like, the pant sizes have gone down. And then especially with, like, the jeans that I couldn't put on before vacation, and then after vacation I could get it on. It's like, those are things that cannot lie. Like, you know what I mean? Like that there has been changes when you can all of a sudden fit into a pair of jeans that you couldn't fit in before. Yeah, but yeah, so it's like, I cannot see it because I see myself every day, and I think it takes a lot to notice a change on a bigger body. Because I've also noticed some people's pictures when they're like, I've lost 70 pounds, but they're still big. And I'm like, I don't really see a difference, like that much of a difference between it. It's like, that's what I would think the difference would be for like 10 pounds, but it was 70 pounds. So I think some of it is just, it's harder to see when you're big. It's like the ratio of your body stays the same, but you're shrinking. So like you're shrinking equally everywhere. So you kind of look and feel the same. But it's like, I know I'm more comfortable when I sleep now. Like my husband with cuddles, he used to have a certain way of like cuddling with me, and then when I started to get bigger, he couldn't really do quite that. He can wrap his whole arm around me now, and it's not as much of a nuisance to like have weight over me in those places. So we have longer cuddles. So it's like, I know I'm slimming down, I just don't see it. I thought he was gonna open my door and peek at me, because sometimes he does that. He'll know I'm recording, he'll just like peek and stare at me through the crack in the window. But anyway, so it's like, I know the changes are happening. I just can't see it because I see myself every day, and because the ratio of my body, like the placement of fat, is still the same. It's just getting slightly less. So I'm really excited for the end of the 6 weeks, because it'll be like exactly 6 weeks, and I'll have the person that I get measured with, and we'll see like what has actually happened. And I'm hoping that by the 40-pound mark, I can see the difference myself. And I think I've heard that from people before too, is like other people start to notice your weight loss around the 20-pound mark, and then you start to notice it around 40 pounds. I don't know. That feels like something I've heard at some point, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm hoping for that, because right now I'm at like 20 pounds weight loss, like exactly 20 pounds. So yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of myself for getting there, and I'm putting in the work, and the nutrition's getting better, the fitness level's getting better. I am going to be excited for the next time I have to do blood work, because doctors are probably going to be like, ooh, there's definitely a change here. Your triglycerides have gone down. Your good versus bad cholesterol has improved. Like, I'm waiting for those wins too. But yeah. So I called my husband when I was on my way home from the gym, and I was like, hey, I said, can you cook pork chops? I was like, there's 4 of them. We can share. You can have 2. I'll have the other 2. You cook them. And then that's going to save me time, because when I get home, I can get in the shower, and then it'll be done when I'm out of the shower. And it was. And then I was like, then after I eat, and we watch different kind of shows. I was like, I want to watch my own show. I don't want to watch a show with you tonight. I was like, but I will spend time with you after I eat. I'll play video games with you or something like that. So he was like, okay. So he did that, and he walked Bear while I was gone, because I asked him to. Because I had some heavier breakfast, so I didn't feel like doing the walk right after that. And then it was so close to the time that I was going to do the exercise out. I was like, oh, now it's time for me to eat my other meal. And then I was like, it's going to be dark before I get back, so can you please walk him, because we need to make sure he's getting at least 1 good walk in a day. But preferably at least 2, like 1 from me, 1 from him, and then if we do 1 together, that's fine. But anyway, so he did cook, so I'm going to show you what I have for dinner. And I am at like 1,400 calories for the day. That is including the dinner that I'm going to show you. All right. But my nutritionist said that 1,500 calories was fine. Yeah, if I was sedentary, which I was not sedentary today. But I'm like, if I'm full, I'm not going to push it. She just said you don't want the 1,500 calories to be every day, because that's quite a lot, like steep. So I will probably, even if I'm not hungry, have a small little thing of yogurt and some granola on it. And that might only be another 100 calories, but at least that will get me slightly over the 1,500. And I'm about 3 grams of protein away from the 90-gram goal. And that's the thing that she says, that's the thing I really need to be concerned about more than anything, is just getting enough protein, because I am trying to build muscle, and I don't want to lose any muscle. So it's very important that I have 90 grams. And then for this next 6 weeks, you know, if I'm getting up to like 115, that's even better, because I'm building muscle at a faster rate. So all right, I'm going to show you dinner. 600 calories, 36 grams of protein, or was it 46? One of the two. Yep, 36. And I still have my Gatorade that I got the other day. It's been in the fridge. So I hadn't drank a lot of it, as you can see. So I'm just going to drink this. It was already logged the other day, so I'm not going to log it again. And I'm probably not going to finish the bottle. So it's 0 calories. unless you finish the whole bottle, and then it's 10 calories. So the 10 calories is already logged previously. I'm not worried about it. We're not going to get anywhere near my 2,000 calories for today, so that's not a concern. All right, I'm going to watch a show and eat this before it gets cold, because I've been yapping for like 20 minutes. I'm ending the night with a big bag of sweet and salty kettle corn. It's like 310 calories, which brings me to around 1,700 for the day. So I'm still on the lower end, but it's already 10 o'clock. I don't even need this, but I want it, so I'm going to have it. I had so many calories left. So yeah, we're going to have some popcorn, and then I'm going to go to bed, because it's already 10, and I got to be at the gym at, before 8 o'clock, so yeah. Yesterday's weight was 290.9. I underate yesterday. I had like 1,700 calories instead of the 2,000, and I did 2 hours of workout back to back. So it should go down, but nope, 292.3. I think the harder I work out or the more active I am in a day, I like retain water or something the next day. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, 292.3. I'm just like, goodness, 292.3, and I'm getting a call. Okay. Here's breakfast. It's a little under 500 calories, and it's 23 grams of protein. I've got 2 packets of strawberries and cream oatmeal. It's just the instant oats you do in the microwave for 2 minutes. And then I have some little turkey sausages. I also did those in the microwave. Didn't feel like filling with a pan today. 1 little serving of some cheese. And then I have my signature coffee that I have regularly now, because I do it with my poop scoop. So it's just got the Mateos, 0 sugar, and then I really liked the almond milk in it yesterday, so I put some chocolate almond milk in there, and then it's just the coffee, and then some of the pumpkin spice whipped cream. So, yeah. So I skipped the gym this morning. I woke up at the time that I was supposed to be there, and then I was like, hey, can we change the time? And also, he needed to work in like a boiler room or something. I don't know. He had to go work on something. And so he was like, I told them 9 o'clock, and the guy was going to actually be able to come. So he was like, I can't do it later, because then I told him, I was like, if not that time, I have to take my husband to get his ear surgery. He's getting like a tube taken out and replaced, I guess. But they're trying to do it outpatient. So, and then I got a call from rheumatology this morning, and they were like, hey, we finally got the authorization stuff in, because I had an appointment last week or so, or maybe the week before, and so I came, but they couldn't do anything with me because they didn't have the authorization. So they got the authorization in, and so they scheduled me 30 minutes after my husband's ear appointment. So he drove us there, and then we just swapped seats. He went in, and now I am here for my rheumatology appointment. I've been seeing rheumatology for a couple of years because I have an autoimmune. We don't know the specific autoimmune that I have, so they kind of have me under the catch-all autoimmune disorder, which is like the fibromyalgia, which basically means like you've got a lot of different symptoms from different things. You've got like the ANA markers that pop up that show like chronic inflammation, stuff like that. But it's not progressed for far enough along to be able to pinpoint exactly which one it is, because there's like 2,000 different ones. So basically they start monitoring you for lupus. I don't know why that one's the one that they like chose to monitor me for mostly, but anyway. So I'm going to go in there. I am a little bit early, so I figured I'd go ahead and record this little video. I did have a snack on the way over here. If I can find the wrapper, I can show you what it is. It's the first time I've tried this, and it was really good. It's salted caramel soft-baked bars. I picked these up because at the nutrition thing that we had at the gym, she was talking about pre-workout snacks, and she's like, you want to find stuff that doesn't have a ton of protein, and that's mostly carbs, so that your body can digest it quickly and give you the energy that you need. And so I was like, okay, I'll bring that as a snack. So it's 150 calories, 2 grams of protein, 24 carbs, and 5 grams of fat. And it is small. It's like half the size of the package is like the size of the Chewy bar, but it's also a little thick. So, but yeah, it was yummy, and I need the energy. I looked at my readiness score that was on my watch, and it was like 35, which meant that today needed to be a rest day. So if I go to a fitness class, I don't think I'm gonna, but if I do go to one, it'll be this evening, or I might do a couple tomorrow. Yeah, because the only one that I could go to tonight, since I have my singing lessons, would be at 6:30, and it's yoga. So I don't know if I want to do that, but that would be light enough where I probably would be ready at that point. My body was like, not ready. But anyway, and then Thursday there's a water class, and then there's a cardio class after that, and then there's some boot camp classes in the evening. So what I might do is just take today off of all exercise and just be really inactive. It's also raining and cold. So yeah, I might have today be like an active or an inactive rest day. I'll still try to get some steps in, but yeah, I think Thursday, I think I'll go to the boot camp class, the stretch class, because I've really enjoyed that, and it doesn't really make me sweat, but it is challenging. But then there's also a morning water aerobics class, so I might do that as well. So we'll see, but I'll do something because I want to get more points. I'm at like 38 points right now, and I have to get 100 by the end of the 6-week period. This is week 2. So, but it is time for me to go check in. Oh, I also finished a book. I was listening to it on my headphones on the way, and I've been using it as like my car sound, which was Bah Humbug by Liz, and I really enjoyed it. So it is set in like the Christmas season, but it's not like Hallmarky Christmas, so you could read it whenever. And it also didn't really have the dark night of the soul thing, which I enjoy, because I'm like, having it in every book makes it so predictable, and then it's like your characters get together for a minute and then they're like done with each other, and then they come back together, and it's like I didn't get enough time with them being happy. So I would rather have it where the characters have personal issues that they're dealing with, and they're working on those throughout the book, and the romance kind of builds throughout until they solve the personal issues that they're having that are outside of the romance. That's how I like it. So I really enjoyed that this book didn't have the dark night of the soul moment. But anyway, I gotta run in the rain. Also, I am wearing the cutest little outfit today. Oh my goodness. So I've got my little plaid, and it's so soft and comfy, and then I got the little jacket that went with it, like when they displayed it together, and then I just put on some black skinny jeans. So yeah, that's my outfit. My nails are growing. Look at that. I don't know how fill-ins work. I know it's cheaper, but I don't know how that works. These are my real nails, so this has kept me from like biting my nails, and I do clean under them. I clean under them. I'm not dirty. I clean my ears and I clean my nails like every day. Like I'm really weird. I have like no wax in my ears because I'm always cleaning it. But anyway, alright, I'm running in. Oh, it's cold. Alright. And it's got a lot of room. Alright, we have been out and about, and I'm ravenous. I did not log this yet, so I still need to log this. So I'm actually already going to be over my calories for the day by like 50. But anyway, we're at Culver's. So hungry because I haven't had anything since breakfast, and other than that little thing, and it's it's like almost 5 o'clock. So I've got a little mini Culver's. This was where all the calories was coming from, because this was 770 calories for a miniature. So it's the vanilla custard, and then it's Heath cookie dough and hot caramel. And then I got the North Atlantic cottage sandwich on sourdough, which lessened the calories a little bit from the regular bun that they put it on. And then I just got it with shredded cheese, so no tomato or tartar sauce. And then my side, I picked the lower calorie side, other than broccoli, which I'm not doing, which was mashed potatoes and gravy. So that is what I'm having. But yeah, it was a big meal. It was like $14.90, so like 1,490 calories for the meals, because they have a way you can customize it, and it shows you your exact calories. But it does not show you any of your macros, so I just logged it as the calories. So tonight, if I have dinner later, I probably will eat something again. I'll just try to do something. I have a taco. I'll do a taco, which should be around 400 calories or less. So yeah, I was under 300 calories yesterday, so I'm just kind of making up for it today, I guess. Also, if you looked at my watch and it tells me how many calories it estimated I burned during all the exercise I've been doing lately, it was ridiculous. But I believe it, because I feel it. I'm worn out. But I'm going to eat this as we are waiting for the food to be delivered. And then I'm on my way home, and probably not going to do much of anything. Yep. Gonna eat one of these. So I've definitely discovered that, one, I cannot have, like, good sugary cereal in the house because I will eat it. And two, which I haven't had it in my house, so I haven't had to worry about that. But it's definitely, like, what people call a trigger food, where, like, if it's around, you're just gonna mindlessly eat it, and it's harder to stop. The other thing is popcorn. When I smell popcorn, it's like I have to have it. So it's already almost 9:30. I finished my sandwich, and I had my dinner and everything like that, and then I had a little bitty, a small little thing of the gummies. I think I showed y'all those. Like, they are like a tiny little pack. But anyway, my husband popped a bag of popcorn, and it was so buttery, and it smelled so good. So I popped me one. I did not do the whole bag for me. I gave him some more of that bag, so he's going to have like a bag and a third for his. And then I had a little bit of a sweet tooth. Normally when I would do this popcorn, y'all, I would have like caramel sauce on it, and then like a white chocolate Ghirardelli sauce, and then I would melt marshmallows in it. So I did try some of the sugar-free Hershey syrup that I had. On like 2 little pieces, so like just a dot, to see if I wanted to do it or not. And I was like, it didn't really elevate the popcorn. So I was like, nope, we're just gonna stick with the regular butter. And then for the sweet tooth, I'm just gonna have this chocolate almond milk. So anyway, so this is my like dinner. I didn't really have 3 meals today. I just had 2 meals. But anyway, so yeah, late night popcorn and some milk. I don't know what my macros are, since the fish and everything and the mashed potatoes. I just logged them as calories. The same thing with ice cream. I didn't log the macros because I don't know what those are, but I do know the calories. But anyway, so my calories comes out to like 2,600 for the day, which with today being a more inactive day, that's more like maintenance calories. So who knows what the scale will do tomorrow. The math doesn't math with my body. I'll undereat one day, like yesterday where it's 300 under, and I exercised aggressively for 2 hours, plus just my regular steps that I got in during the day, and I gained weight. So yeah, math don't math with me. We're just looking for the trends. But as long as it's going downward, you know, on like a weekly, monthly basis, we're fine. But yeah. So this is how I'm going to be ending my night. I'm not going to have anything after this. This is plenty. I'm going to bed in like half an hour. Oh, man. Yesterday was 292.3. I went over my calories yesterday, so let's see. 293.3. Great. Oh, my goodness. I didn't have breakfast, so this is my first meal of the day. I have one meat and cheese only taco. They didn't have the whole wheat tortilla shells, but this is the same calories as the ones I was using last week. So I just did the best I could. It's supposed to be high fiber too, which will be good because I need fiber. I do really bad about that. Then I've got a bunch of grapes, green seedless grapes, and then I have my Milo's 0-calorie sweet tea. I put a little bit of the monk fruit in there, which is 0 calories. For the sweetening it, and I sweeten it a little bit. This is the 0 sugar kind, but I sweeten it because I put in my poop scoop that I have to take my medicine. It's like that much, like that tall, in like a wide cap of like powder that you dissolve. So I put a little bit of the monk fruit sugar in there to disguise that so it just tastes better and easier to get down. But yeah, so I've got sweet tea, taco, and grapes. So this is my first meal of the day. I'm also trying out a different calorie range because my weight, trying to do the 2,000 calories, it's been going up, and I don't like that. I know I'm being more active, so it should be going down, especially on the days where I'm eating below the 2,000. But I put in all of my weights that I've measured, so I had to backtrack and put in like 30 days of data for my weigh-ins in the morning so that the microfactor can figure out what my actual expenditure is each day and then calculate me to get a 2-pound weight loss a week, because that is my goal, which will put me at being my goal weight of 165, which that might change the closer I get, depending on how much like lean mass I have. I just wanting to be 24% body fat. So whatever that weight is for me, even if it's 200 pounds, that's fine. But I just put in the 165 as a guess of what 24% body fat would be on my body. But anyway, so I put in all my weights, and then it figured out how many calories I needed a day. And then I also did flex calories so that I could have more calories on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because that is when I do like my hardcore intense workouts. And then the other days I have like 100 calories less to allow for me to have like 100 calories more on the days that I want more. Also, it upped my protein, so it is now at like 134 grams of protein per day instead of the 90 that my nutritionist told me I needed. The reason why I am going to try to go with the microfactor amount, even though my nutritionist said after 115 grams, my body probably can't do much with it. My blood work from back in August shows that I do have very low amounts of protein, like in the blood. So my body is already in a deficiency. So even if I don't need this much protein, if my body was on a baseline, because it is not having enough protein at a starting place, I need to do the higher protein to get it to be at a place where it is more balanced, and then I can try cutting back on the protein. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do. But yeah, it has like 1,700 calories ish, and then I think like 1,800 calories ish on the workout days. And I also looked at my step counts. I hadn't really been paying too much attention to those, but it has my average for the last like month at almost 7,000 steps a day, which is awesome because I'm telling you, on days when I don't go anywhere, it has been like 2,000 at most. So I'm really trying to get up the steps. I think that will help burn off some of the visceral fat faster, and not have me ravenous, because it's not like putting in and incorporating steps throughout the day is not going to increase my hunger hormones. Whereas the workouts do, you get hungry. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to see how it goes for a couple of days. The other thing with the macro factor is that it will update itself like on a daily basis as I add more data. So if it finds out that I'm actually burning more calories, then it will add more calories to my amount so that I don't lose more than 2 pounds. So that is the plan, at least for the rest of this week, and see how it goes. Hopefully the number on the scale will start going down, because I'm tired of seeing it going up. I'm so tired of it, because I was like, I'm doing the right things. Just do what you're supposed to do, numbers. But anyway, that's the plan. All right, and for our next meal, we're getting in some more fiber and a little bit of protein. We've got some vanilla, no sugar added, Greek yogurt, a little bit of granola on top. Vanilla is the flavor of the Greek yogurt. I just put a little bit on one half so you can kind of see. And then I'm going to stir it all together. It just gives it a little bit of crunch, so it's not like you're eating a bunch of yogurt, one spoon after the other. Anyway, then I've got one Granny Smith apple sliced, and then 2 raisin cinnamon bagels with 2 grams of honey on top, and some almond butter. So this is meal number 2. It's like 635 calories and quite a bit of protein. 29 grams of protein. 150 calories. 250 calories, 11 grams of protein. I've got like a 1/4 cup of refried beans. Note to self and to y'all, make sure you cover it if you put it in the microwave, because it like exploded all over my clean microwave, so I just had to spend 5 minutes wiping it out. Then I've got some of these little pita bread chips to dip into it, and then a little portion of cheese to nibble on, because it's only 6 o'clock, so it's not quite dinner time for me, because I do stay up a little bit later. So I wanted something that was going to get me some more protein and hold me over for like an hour or 2 before I actually want to make my dinner. So I have some chicken thawing. I have some chicken breast strips thawing. So I'm probably going to do a whole bag of that with either some rice, or have it plain and have some French fries that I do in the air fryer. With that, because I only have like 360 calories or something left for the day after the snack, so I didn't want to fill with fish. I'm kind of lazy. I went to the gym, got back, showered, so that's all I've really done since the last check-in. But yeah, I got to be up in the morning again to go to the gym and be there at 8 o'clock to swim. So that's what's going on. It's dinner. I'm at 1,700 calories and 92 grams of protein. So I did make the protein minimum, so that's good. But I've got some homemade French fries with some sea salt on them. I didn't use any oil. I even forgot to spray like a quick little thing of canola, so they might not be as good as they would have been, but oh well. So yeah, I cut these myself. And then I also have some Korean barbecue, so it's like a sweet sauce. And then I've got some chicken breast strips. So yeah, this is done. This is like an air fry meal. But yeah, I'm hoping it will keep me full, because it is only like, I mean, I guess it's 8 o'clock. So I waited a long enough time. So hopefully this will keep me full for the next 2 hours or so before I go to bed. This makes 1750 for the day, and 40 of my calories today were vitamins, so I'm gonna eat this. Okay, so I had 2 of these. I've had these since like last February, Valentine's Day. The same pack. This is the last one. I had a sweet tooth. I was like, I want one, so I had 2 of them. My stomach is on the verge of growling. Like, I could eat a whole nother meal. I don't think 1,700 calories a day is gonna work for me. That's just too little. It's literally, I think it's like half of my maintenance calories. I think that's like 1,600 calorie deficit a day is too much. So I think we're just gonna stick with what my nutritionist told me, which was the 2,000 calories. I think what I will do though is I'll keep it on my phone as the 1,700, so that I'm not as likely to go as over as I sometimes do when I go over the 2000 and I get up to like 2600. So I think I'll keep it on the app at 1700. If I have a 1700 day because I'm having like fish, that just isn't as many calories, or if I have more of a vegetable day, then that's fine. I won't feel like, oh no, you need to eat a bunch more. But yeah, today, I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. No, it's 10:40. So I'm like already feeling a little tired. I did work out today. I've got to get up in the morning and work out. So I'm probably going to need like a pre-workout snack if I'm already feeling a little hungry. I don't know. I would like to like go with the app and just do what it says and see if it has the results, because like that's kind of the point of having it, especially something like microfactor. But I also feel like I gotta trust my body, and if my body is like, you need more food, and I'm still in a deficit, because there's a difference between just craving something like the suckers and actually being hungry. Yeah, and I'm hungry right now. I'm hungry. Oh, but yeah, I need to go to bed. So I'm gonna get in bed, and then I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning and swim. But yeah, I'm still under my 2000 for today. I think the suckers are like, they don't have labels, but last time I did it, I think it was like 60 calories per sucker. That sounds about right. So it'll put me at like 1850 maybe, 1870, something like that. So it's still under. Yeah. Yep. I'm hungry. I'm gonna try to go to sleep without eating anything, but I might have to eat a little. I might just go ahead and eat a little. Yeah, because I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep with my stomach growling. All right, I'm gonna add one more thing for the day. I'm wondering if I'm hungry because it's so cold, and so my body's like burning more energy to stay warm. That sounds logical. Anyway, I'm gonna have one of these. They're really tiny, and the 12 grams is misleading because usually when they do that, that means it's the protein. This only has 2 grams of protein. It's mostly carbs, but it has a lot of fiber. And when I was initially doing my calories and stuff, I was doing a lot less carbs, but now I intentionally include carbs like just about every time that I eat, because my fiber is really hard for me personally to get into my diet. So I have to be more intentional about it. And same thing with getting enough protein. I'm just used to being malnourished because I was not eating like whole foods. I was mostly just eating pasta and frozen pizzas and burritos. That was like my rotation of food. So I'm still learning how to eat where it's going to be satiating, but not like if I went to bed right now, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd feel nauseous because I'd be so hungry. So we are going to eat this. It's 150 calories. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to go to bed. So yeah, that ends the day. I'll show you what the calories are on the screen. And I will see you all tomorrow. I am so tired this morning. My weight yesterday was 293.3. I am in my balance suit right now, so it's going to be a little higher. But I did a naked weight and I gained 0.2 pounds with that. Oh man. Oh my gosh. 294.5 with the balance suit. So the balance suit's a pound. Anyway. Alright, I am home. I went to the gym for 2 hours. My baby bear just came over here to be pet. So cute. But anyway, so I got on the scale just a second ago and took another naked weight. I took a naked weight this morning, and I took one again when I got back because I peed like 4 times while I was at the gym. I was like, what the heck? And I did. I lost 1.5 pounds. I was at the gym for 2 hours. But yeah, I've been pretty ticked off at the scale lately because I'm like, why are you going up? I'm eating well below maintenance. Even on my bad days, I'm like 700 calories below maintenance. And then I was like, you know, I was talking to someone else about it too, and they were like, yeah, you got to be careful with that because sometimes your body just wants to hold on and it'll keep retaining water and all this other kind of stuff. Anyway, like the starvation mode thing. And I have seen that does kind of happen with my body where I kind of, after like 4 days of seeing the number go up, it's like you would think that you would need to eat less the next day to get it to come down. But if that's what's causing it, then you do the opposite thing, which seems counterintuitive, but you eat at or around maintenance or just give yourself a lot more calories, and then your body is like, okay, we're good, and then flushes it out, and then you go back on the cycle again. So that is what I'm doing today. Today is a refeed day, which basically just means I'm going to eat whatever I want, and I'm going to log it. So it will be closer to 3,000 calories, possibly. I am starting with a 900 calorie breakfast. I've got my little confetti cake with some icing and some sprinkles. And then I have a small coffee, which it looks more like a medium coffee to me, but it's small for that place. But anyway, it's like an apple cinnamon latte. There was 3 different ingredients. All I remember is that apple was in there. So I'm going to try that. It's the first time I'm trying that flavor. So yeah, that's my breakfast. Obviously, neither one of these had calories on it, so I just used the AI thing to at least have ballpark. So it said this was like 750 calories or so, and it said this one was like 150, 170, something like that. And then you can expand the ingredients and to see what it says for those things, and it seemed accurate. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to have for breakfast, and then I need to practice some piano today because I have not touched my piano all year as far as I can remember. I don't think I played it before I left on vacation, and I haven't played it since. And I have an hour-long lesson today since I skipped last week. We just did a makeup session for this week. So anyway, that's what's happening. I'm still very behind on editing videos, so I need to do that as well. But we're going to get up to 6 inches of snow over the weekend. So as long as I have internet, that will give me something to do. Yeah, so I can catch up and edit those. My husband's going to the store for like the 3rd time preparing for the storm because we ran out of milk. So he wanted some more milk, and he said chocolate too. And I'm like, what do you mean chocolate? Are you trying to make me fat? Hey, if you do get some chocolate, you can get me some of those Hershey's almond bars because they're actually not that many calories. Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah, can you get me some Hershey's almond bars? They're only 210 calories, so I can have a little stockpile. All right, love you. Okay, I'm gonna eat. I'm hungry, and the pool makes me so tired afterward, and I swam laps for an hour, and I did a water aerobics class. I'm worn out. It was a ton of sugar in one go. I did not eat all the icing, but my husband will just eat icing by the spoonful, so I'm gonna give him the icing. I did eat like half of the icing, so that's just the other half that's left, but I'm gonna give him that. You want it, baby? Anyway, yeah. The other thing is that if you take something that's not super, super sweetened, like for instance, my coffee, the first couple sips I had before I started eating that, it was really sweet. It was good. Then I eat that loaded with sugar, and then the coffee's not as sweet. So there's a downside to eating sugary things. But, yeah, I'm done with that. It's already 11, so I'm probably going to eat lunch in like an hour. So, yes. Okay, it is 1:18 p.m. I just got done editing my New Year's Eve vlog. So, yes, I'm very behind because today is the 23rd of January. 23 days behind. I did have a week-long vacation. But, yeah, I think I would really want to get done and caught up over the weekend. But some of these vlogs are like an hour long. Like this one that I just finished editing is almost 54 minutes, so it takes me just as long to edit it as the video is. I'm not really making clips. I'm basically just shoving all of them together and then listening through, making sure I didn't say anything stupid that I need to cut out or like ramble about something where I'm giving too much information that I don't really want to share, but at the moment I was just yapping anyway. So I'm cutting that stuff out. And sometimes I do too much of the explaining what I'm going to do next. And it's like, you're gonna see it, so you don't need to hear me explain what's coming next. I can just show the thing. So yeah, very little cutting actually happens in the videos, but I have to watch them anyway, just so that I know that the video is okay and that I'm fine with everything that I've included in there. And then, of course, sometimes I forget if other people are in there, I have to put the smiley face thing on them, so I do have to watch the videos because I do not remember what all happened almost a month ago. So that is the thing. But anyway, this one in particular happened to be the day that my mom came over, and then we took my dog, well, I took my dog on a WALK, and so he heard me saying it while I was editing the video, and so ever since then he's been, like, my husband's the one in regular day clothes, because after I got back from the gym and, like, showered or whatever, I put on my nightgown, because I like to be comfortable and not have anything restrictive so that my whole body can, like, air dry. Anyway, so yeah, he was coming in here and really wanting to go do that. So Steven took him on one last night when I went to the gym, because I was like, it's going to be dark by the time I get back, and I didn't realize the class was going to be at 4:30. I thought it would be more like 6 or so I hadn't taken him on one yet, but I'm going to go take him on one now. I told him, I was like, when I'm done editing my video, I will take you, honey. And so I got to go put on some real clothes. And I have lessons later on today anyway, so I'm going to have to leave for that. I did practice on the piano. It didn't go the best, but also wasn't bad, considering I haven't really touched one in the past 3 weeks, so we'll see how it goes when I get there. But, alright, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to take my baby out. Here is lunch. It's just green, seedless grapes, some of the gluten-free Cheetos. It's like 100 calorie serving worth. And then I have 2 turkey and cheese sandwiches. And I did load them with a bit more meat than I normally do, because I need to get my protein up. So my protein's only at 54 grams so far. My calories that are at almost 1,800, because this meal is like 800 calories, and the breakfast was like 1,000 calories. So that's why it's so high. I probably will not be able to finish all of this before I go to my piano lesson, so I might pack some to have as a snack on the way home. But yeah, here's what I've prepared. Alright, I just got back from my piano lessons, and I asked Hubs if he wanted anything while I was in town, because there's a winter storm coming and everyone's expecting power to go out. It's gone out with winter storms that were not as bad as the one that's projected. And he's like, you can go by Culver's and get me a chocolate milkshake. I was like, you trying to ruin my diet? And he says, no, you go get me one, you can't have one. I'm like, you know, if I go, I'm going to get me one. Anyway, today is my refeed day anyway, where I'm eating more. I'm just logging what I eat and eating what I want. So I did get a medium size. I'll show you what it looks like. This is my husband's. I already drank mine on the way, but it's like this size from Culver's. I got, mine was like vanilla with salted caramel, and then I had him add cookie dough pieces. And then he had already started cooking. So this is dinner. Some cheeseburger helper, which is one of my favorite meals. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have that for dinner. Although I'm not hungry right now after a big thing of ice cream, but I probably will go ahead and eat some, because that was a lot of sugar, so I need something to balance it out. Anyway, I don't even know how I'm going to log this. Where's the box?
There's a box right here.
There's a box up there? Oh, okay. I still don't know how I'm going to log it, because it's like, does it say prepared, like with the meat? 1 cup prepared is 330 calories. Okay. Alright. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be up there in the calories today. Here is the food. Some crumbs on the counter. I guess from the air fryer earlier. But anyway, yeah, this is a smaller plate just for reference. I know it looks like a lot, but it's like a handful. Anyway, so 11.1 ounces. I also listened to Blade during all the driving and stuff today, so I only have like 10 pages left of the book, so I will finish that at some point tonight. And I do want to do some like booktube content, so I think that's like the 4th book I've read this month or something. I think it's the 4th book, and I'm like halfway done with 2 other books, so I will probably do a video for like every 5 books I read. I think that'll work. Let me know what you think. It's quite a bit later. I'm having a second serving of that. With my dinner earlier, I did have the body armor, and I forgot to show y'all. And I had 1 Hershey's chocolate almond bar. My husband bought me like 4 of these. But anyway, so I'm at like 4,200 calories or something for the day, which is like twice what I've been eating on a day. So, yeah, this definitely was a refeed day. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll drop the weight that I've been holding on to, and then we can get back to the 2,000 calories a day. I know it doesn't seem like it makes any sense, but I've just seen it happen quite a few times where when I hit a plateau, I actually just need one day of like eating a ridiculous amount of food and calories, and then I drop the weight. So we'll see if that actually happens tomorrow or if I overdid it. But yeah, that's all I'm eating for today. That's quite a bit of food.